Well, hello. I just want to provide a message to Americans and maybe even people from all around the world. Now, this country has been divided for a while, and especially in the last it got worse in the last 2 years, I would say. Um, that that we are divided politically. That when it comes to political issues, we never can agree. The Democrats and the Republicans in the Senate, they never can agree or get things done, you know, and that shouldn't be. That we should work together. They should work together to get things done and to get a common goal. And especially what this certain line of events that happened within the last 2 years or so, that as a country we are divided. I mean, the news media has divided us, providing one side of the story or the next, um, and certain situations that arose or certain events that people take sides, think of it in one way or another, and uh, basically a new race war that they pit us against each other, and we're, you know, that they fit the narrative that America is so racist that even down to its government, that the government's racist, and we have to. That's why you see them burning the whole country for the last 2 years, because the country is corrupt, even down to its founding laws. That his founding laws is racist and stuff like that. Um, so a government should work together a common goal, put aside petty differences, because you know, as Abraham Lincoln said, a house divided against itself cannot stand. I believe this government cannot endure perm half slave and half free. I do not expect the Union to be dissolved. I do not expect the house to fall, but I do expect it will cease to be divided. It will become one thing or all the other. And I think that a house divided against itself cannot stand. Well, that comes from the Bible here. That it says in Mark 3:22-26 says, the scribes which came down from Jerusalem said, he hath Beelzebub, and by the prince of the devils casteth he out devils. And he called them unto him and said unto them in parables, how can Satan cast out Satan? And if a kingdom be divided against itself, the kingdom cannot stand. And if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. And if Satan rise up against himself and be divided, he cannot stand, but hath an end. So a divided house cannot stand. One that has one government, one common goal, that's divided against itself, it cannot stand, whether it be government or the people. If the people, that's what they've been doing for a while now, that is the media, certain situations, or what have you, been dividing ourselves, pitting against each other. Our country, or the people of this country, has been devouring each other and hating on each other, devouring each other up and destroying each other, when we should come together and work for this common goal of this country, because this country divided, it will not stand, it will fall. So, I mean, either racially, we should put away the differences, um, or as a people, as a country, the people of this country, that we should not divide against each other, whether different opinions, politically, um, um, what have you. We should not be divided, because if we're divided, this country will fall. So, so I would like to go to tackle. I don't know if racism really is a problem. I mean, certain times, yes, there's discrimination. There's ignorance of all people in this country. I mean, there's people. We have a portion of people that's feeding off of ignorance, and but people as a whole, I don't believe that we are that hateful. Our principles are not supposed to be hate. That's not what our founding principle is. But I'd like to play this.
Here is my proof. This is sustained through my service in the US military. Now, is this patriot enough? I have put up with a lot of in silence. Normally, I don't say much about things here happens unless it hit me. I just want to say that I came to this country when I was 18, just finished high school, came over here. So I'm 69 today. So if you break down in increments, 20, 20, 20, 40, 60, I spend more time over here than in the old country. I'm a US citizen for quite a while now, but most of them weren't even born yet. And, I didn't come to this country to be sitting here elected official. Okay, as I said before, unfortunate event happened to me when I was a couple of years in the country, in Chicago, got beat up. And you heard this before, he went to court, he never got punished. And that changed the course of my career. I went to US Army, served 20 years, active duty, 24/7, and retired. Okay. For too long, I have put up with a lot of in silence. Excuse me the language. Too afraid to speak out, fearing more abuse and discrimination. Yeah. Then when I come out of the Army, I say, I'm going to make it a better community where I go to, wherever I live, to serve. I mean, I do my best, do what is right. And then, in the last few years, things are just getting worse and worse. People, don't get me wrong, people love me in this community. I love them too. But there are some ignorant people that will come up to me and say that I don't look American or patriotic enough. Now that really gets my goat. That as things escalate to a certain level, certain restaurants, a lot of Asian restaurants, they experience that too. And they are hardworking American, hardworking people. Law abiding citizens. Some even serve in the US Armed Forces of America. Not Chinese Army, US Army, US military. You know, I'm getting a little hot of this issue here. People question my patriotism, that I don't look American enough. They could not get over this face. I want to show you something. I want to tell you, because I'm not afraid. I don't have to live in fear, intimidation, or insults. I'm 69 years old, and I'm going to show you what patriotism, the questions about patriotism looks like. Here is my proof. This is sustained through my service in the US military. Now, is this patriot enough? I'm not ashamed to walk around anymore. Before I felt inhibited. People looked at me strange. And they to question me, my loyalty to this country. I don't look American enough. Now, last I read the US Constitution, we the people, we are all the same. We are equal, not this. You are more superior, you are not. You know, we need to be kinder, gentler to one another, because we are all the same. We are one human being on this earth. Well, that's all I have to say about it.
All right. I shared this post on my Facebook page, and so I would like to share what I've written there. So I just copy and paste it onto here. So I'd like to read it to you. Some Americans have lost the understanding what it means to be American. It's not what you look like. It's not what your employment is. It's not what kind of house you live in. It's not the clothes that you wear. It's not what you drive or the political affiliation. It's none of those things that make you American. It's the spirit and content of your character, and that makes you American. It's that you love freedom for all people. That's what makes you American. It's the love you have for all people is what makes you American. It's that you work hard at your job is what makes you American. It's that you want to make your community a better place to live is what makes you American. It's the kindness of your heart and the content of your character is what makes you American. And that man in that video, he said he loves his community and wanted to make a better place. That's what makes you American. So we have to stop this. We have to stop this. It's not what you look like. It's not the race you are. It's the values you put yourself under. The content and love in your heart is what makes you American. It's the love that you have for your community. You want to make it a better place to live. And that's what you makes you American. And that's what he wanted to do. So now this race is it has to stop. We may look a little bit different, each and every one of us, but we are a human race. We are the human race. There's one race, the human race. It's just our facial features. Just look, we have different colors. That's what makes the world beautiful. And we are human beings. We're all human, the human race. We have all the same blood. If you put this, donate your blood, and you're white, and someone gets the donor and he's black, I think he's compatible to if it's the same type, same type, like I don't know, chemical type, whatever, the type of blood, like AB positive, what have you. There's no like Asian blood. There's no like black blood that only black people or Asian people can have. So we have the same blood. And like all humans on this earth, we have this innate dignity and respect that we all should give each other. I mean, whether that you're Asian or black or white, American or African, or I don't know, European, like just like this one quote from William Shakespeare: "If you prick us, do we not bleed? If you tickle us, do we not laugh? If you poison us, do we not die? And if you wrong us, do we not revenge?" We all are human. We have those human emotions, is what makes us human. And we all have the same emotions, the same dreams, the same I don't know, thoughts. We all the same dignity and innate value. We all have the same value. That's given by our Creator, and that's what that's in. So I wanted to read this Declaration of Independence, and this this kind of value that is in the human value that God gives to every human being. That we get this from the Bible. This certain idea that all man is created equal, that all human beings have certain human rights that you can never take away from each other, can't take away from them, that there are certain human rights that's and dignity, and that every human being has value given to them by their Creator. This found its way into our Declaration of Independence. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by the Creator with certain unalienable rights. There's these human rights that are all unalienable. That there's certain human rights that they can never be taken away. That are innate in our nature, endowed by our Creator. So we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by the Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And so I can't remember exactly where I just pulled this up, that that the government shall not impede on these certain unalienable rights, that we shall not impede on life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, because these rights are human rights endowed by our Creator. So we should not stop fighting amongst and destroying each other, for we are human. We all are human. And we all have this value and dignity given to us by God, the Lord our God, the Creator of all of us. And we should stop this division. I just hope, I dream that the world will become a better place here, and that it'll become a better place soon as possible. I'm dreaming that every single moment. It's just sad. That's my dream. That all this hate go away. I'll see you next time.